Hi, folks. It is Dr. Patmos again, and it is April the 6th. It's been a busy day, a lot of things going on. I think I've done a few videos today. Well, here's another one that I'm posting late tonight. I just received an email with a petition that I was urged to sign, and the petition is circulated by faculty and staff at UCSF. And the petition is directed toward the administration of UCSF, the CEO and president and so forth of the organization, urging that they not rehire Dr. Vinay Prasad. For those of you who don't know who Dr. Prasad is, he is an oncologist who was on the faculty at UCSF. He made a name for himself as a very opinionated firebrand and very aggressively criticizing vaccines and the mRNA vaccines. He wrote a lot of articles on Substack in his Sensible Medicine Substack, and some of those articles are very offensive. Well, he came to the attention of Robert Kennedy, and he was appointed as the FDA's chief of the Center for Biologics Evaluation and Research. And within a few months of taking that job, he was fired, begged for his job back, got the job back, and then was fired a second time. And the reason why he was fired was because of multiple complaints filed against him by staff at FDA, alleging that he is he's abusive and created a hostile work environment and harassed employees. Well, so he was fired, and now he wants to return to UCSF. And interestingly, his colleagues at UCSF don't want him back, and they're circulating the petition. I've attached a link to the petition below, as well as all the articles I've done about Dr. Prasad, as well as two of, excuse me, of his articles. One of his articles has got a very vulgar title. I can't believe any doctor would write an article with this title, but the article he wrote is entitled Blood, Shit, Piss, and Pus. Now, that's potty mouth talk for a toddler. How a professor would write an article with a title like that just escapes me, and how UCSF would tolerate that escapes me. The second article that I linked is an article he wrote entitled Everything He Learned About Medicine He Learned from One Patient. And it's a very, interesting article. But in it, he states he refers to healthcare administrators, and I'm quoting, healthcare administrators are, quote, abject pieces of shit, end quote. This is what this doctor, this professor, says about his colleagues. I hope he realizes, I'm sure he realizes, that many healthcare administrators are physicians. And so he's referring to his own colleagues this way. And of course, when he was appointed to FDA, he became a healthcare administrator. So I wonder if he still thinks that uh, that his characterization is fair. The point being, in his article, the one with the vulgar title, he makes an allegation that he says he comes in contact with blood and body fluids every day while working in the hospital. And presumably that hospital is UCSF, where he's on the faculty and where he works. And see, let me say that again. He claims he comes in contact with blood and body fluids on a daily basis, exposing himself to dangerous, contagious infectious diseases. Let me tell you something. I'm trained in infection control. If he's coming in contact with blood and body fluids, the only way he's doing so is by violating infection control practices. And if he is doing so and not reporting it to infection control, then he is potentially spreading disease to others, including employees, nurses, patients, and staff. So he's an infection control risk. Basically, there's no way that his allegation is actually true. There's no way he comes in contact with blood and body fluids on a daily basis, and he claims that everybody in the hospital does, and it's only the administrators who don't, and so therefore, he's critical of them. The point of it is that his allegation of coming into blood and body fluid contact every day, or even once, is a significant risk management issue for UCSF. If what he says is true, which really can't be, but if what he says is true, there's only two explanations. One, UCSF has a lax infection control practice, an infection control department, which I highly doubt. It's one of the best hospitals in the world. There's no way that they would allow him to come in contact with blood and body fluids the way he describes. So it's either there is no infection control at UCSF, or um, he's violating the policies and somehow getting away with it. Either way, this presents a very serious risk management problem for UCSF. A plaintiff's attorney would love to take that statement and use that if a patient, developed or developed an iatrogenic infection or any kind of an infection problem at UCSF. They could use his statement as evidence against the hospital. This is a very serious risk management issue, and for that reason alone, he should not be brought back to the organization. So I've attached the link to the petition for you to read it. If you want to sign it, that's your choice. I've also attached every article that I've done on Dr. Prasad, as well as his two articles, so you can read for yourself the kinds of things that he writes. He is not suitable to return to that role. And I urge UCSF to take this petition very seriously. Thank you.